Hey guys, Niall here. Today I'm going to be talking about Bitcoin since it is well on its way to break the $50,000 barrier. It's had a crazy run this week with Elon Musk announcing that Tesla's buying $1.5 billion of Bitcoin. That's $1,500 million worth of this Bitcoin, okay? And what that did to the price of it just went whoop. Now, did he buy it? Honestly, I don't know. This could be just straight off of people saying, "Oh my God, Elon Musk is buying. Let's buy," because he runs Tesla. Tesla's a real value company in the world, okay? And so they're like, okay, Bitcoin might have some value. So in this video, guys, I want to teach you what Bitcoin is. I want to learn something myself about Bitcoin, okay? So, and this is my position in Bitcoin, guys. Now, why did I not get in earlier? Because I've been making money moves in other plays, okay? Um, I've been making money on this app, okay? A good amount of money, okay? And so let's say I did buy in, okay? At when I knew to buy in, okay? Right here, January 20th, okay? $30,000. And now, so that's about 30,000. We're gonna 49,000 divided by 30,000. We're gonna find the percentage. Okay, guys, watch this. You do this math. 61%. That's pretty incorrect. We do the other way around, I believe. Okay, that's the percent. That's what I'm gonna multiply my initial investment into this app. Okay, which was 1,500, and I slowly added funds. So I've added I've added about this amount of funds. Okay, times 1.6, I believe it was. So I'd be pretty much in the same position, okay, if I just invested in Bitcoin with all my money, let it sit in there and ride it out until now. Actually, I made more money than, if I let it sit in Bitcoin. So that's why I haven't had a big stake in Bitcoin. I'll probably leave this $500 in. Now that I have more money, more capital, I can diversify a little better, have all these stocks, which, a lot of these are not good companies, but, okay, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin. So, okay, guys. And the only reason I said a lot of these aren't good companies, I've been researching more and more. When you peel the layers back on a company, you can really see like what the company's about. And a lot of these are overvalued. Now, it doesn't mean they're bad companies. I'm just saying for their stock price, like X1, they might be a little overvalued, okay? They're making about $17 million in revenue. This should be a $30 stock. I don't know why it's a $54 stock. Guys, same with Jumia, okay? I mean, this should be a $30 stock, but it's moving, okay? And everything in the market's pretty much overvalued right now, is what I'm getting at, okay? So it doesn't matter. But anyways, so let's learn about Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is a type of cryptocurrency. Now, you're like, what? Okay, first of all, let's look at what a cryptocurrency is. Cryptocurrency. Okay, guys. Cryptocurrency is a digital asset designed to work as a medium of exchange wherein individual coin ownerships are stored in a ledger existing in a form of computerized database. Okay. So pretty much it's like a code. It's like codes, okay? Bitcoin is a big code, okay? And it's just transmitted online through different, computers and a lot of powerful computers, okay? And so that's what Bitcoin is. You put your money in, and the people create the value of these cryptocurrencies, okay? They have no value unless people put their money into them. So Bitcoin kind of, in my opinion, is speculation, but we're going to dive into some interesting things. So the popular thing about Bitcoin is right here. Bitcoin is very popular and has triggered the launch of hundreds of other cryptocurrencies, okay? I'm trying to find where it says, okay, just know that Bitcoin is decentralized, which means the government, they cannot tax on Bitcoin, and it's just a cryptocurrency aside from the government's dollar. Now, the interesting thing is the dollar gives Bitcoin the value. So if you really want a hedge against inflation, you'd be better off buying platinum, silver, gold, actual things with intrinsic value. In my opinion, Bitcoin does not have any intrinsic value without the dollar, okay? Anyways, so MasterCard will support cryptocurrencies, but not the ones you think, okay? This is crazy, guys. So who is MasterCard? Okay. MasterCard is the second largest payment network in the global payments industry, okay? So they pretty much let you transfer money from the bank to a store that you're gonna buy goods from, or vice versa. Okay, they're a medium of exchange from banks. Okay, they're backed by the government. Okay, so now MasterCard says here they're interested in crypto. Okay. So it says MasterCard says that it's only going to support cryptocurrencies that meet a number of requirements, including stability, privacy, and compliance with money laundering laws. So this is interesting because like crypto, I mean, it can be used for a lot of illegal transactions, because when you send cryptocurrencies through the internet, it's very hard to track who's sending that crypto and who's receiving it, since cryptocurrency is made and encrypted, hidden in codes, okay, on computers. So let's get into that, guys. So what we know about Bitcoin, it's a cryptocurrency, it's decentralized, it's not actual form of like money, because money gives it its value. So technically it has no intrinsic value without the dollar, okay? And that's where the value comes in. People are like, oh, I can put my money in Bitcoin and the government can't do, anything to Bitcoin. So let's do that because they can't track Bitcoin. And so let's get into how is Bitcoin created. New Bitcoins are generated by a competitive and decentralized process called mining. This is what I'm talking about. Bitcoin miners are processing transactions and securing the network using specialized hardware and collecting new Bitcoins in exchange. Okay, so let's say I'm the miner. I have a crazy, crazy powerful computer setup, like a room filled with hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of PC equipment, and I am running codes on my computer, and I'm sending Bitcoin from one person to another, and in exchange, I'm taking a little bit of the Bitcoin, okay? Because I'm making some at the same time. That's what they're doing. Now you're saying, oh my God, how's Bitcoin $47,000 if that's the case? You could only make 21 million Bitcoins, okay? So this is the process here, guys. Right here. Transaction initiated, okay? Like, hey, I'm Niall. I want to send Joe a Bitcoin. So I'm sending Joe a Bitcoin. The transaction details broadcasted to miners. So this cannot happen without miners, because miners are the only ones who know the code of transferring Bitcoin, okay? So this miner named Bob is gonna help me transfer my Bitcoin to Joe, okay? So Bob is mining the Bitcoin, and Bob gets a little bit of Bitcoin for doing that, okay? And my transaction is added to a blockchain, a series of Bitcoin transactions, okay? And my transaction is just a block of that whole chain. And then the transaction is completed. My money is finally sent to Bob, okay? Sorry, to Joe. Okay. So let's get a little more into it. So now that you guys understand how it works, let's use another example. Elise wants to buy a product from Bob using Bitcoin. All right. So she has Bitcoin and she wants to buy something. She uses her private key and signs a message with the amount of Bitcoins and Bob's address, requesting a transaction. Okay, so she's requesting a transaction. That's all you need to know. The transaction requested by Elise is bundled into a block with other transactions. So again, guys, this is how you realize people give this coin the value, okay? Money gives this coin the value. The block is broadcast to all mining nodes in the Bitcoin network. Nodes is like a point of intersection, okay? So the network of intersections validates Elise's transactions using algorithms in a process called mining. So again, algorithms, guys, if you want to know, like Bitcoin, like what I'm talking about, this is literally it. It's just this. This is what you're looking at. Okay, just crazy stuff like this. Like this, guys. This is Bitcoin mining, okay? Just craziness, okay? Absurdness. And somehow they do it, bro. They just know how to do it. We were right here. The first miner to validate a new block for the blockchain receives a portion of the Bitcoin as a reward. Now, this is interesting because I'm sure the same amount of Bitcoin Elise sends requests, okay, from the person she's buying the product with, she's still gonna get that same amount of Bitcoin, but some of it's gonna be lost to the miner. Okay, the transaction is completed and the new blockchain is added. The new block is added to the blockchain. The block is permanent and cannot be modified. Okay, cool. Bob receives his Bitcoins from Elise. Okay, so there you guys go. A little idea of how Bitcoin works. Okay, so what happens to Bitcoin after all 21 million are mined? Okay, so let's see. Once Bitcoin miners have unlocked all the Bitcoins, the planet's supply will essentially be tapped out. So now it says here 18.5 million Bitcoin have been mined. Bro, if this is true and people are doing this many money, they're pumping it by this much, this Bitcoin will go to $1 million. I really think so. Okay. Okay. And but once all Bitcoin have been mined, the miners will still be incentivized to process transactions with fees. So that's where the mining will become more valuable. These miners, they will collect more and more money for this because now they can't create any more Bitcoins. So they're going to make money by helping you send your Bitcoin to your friend or vice versa. Okay, more news on Bitcoin. Candidate for mayor Andrew Yang plans to make New York City a Bitcoin hub. Wow. Here's his tweet. As mayor of NYC, the world's financial capital, I would invest in making the city a hub for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. I mean, that speaks volumes. Holy moly. That is crazy. So, again, I mean, that is awesome. He's saying here, we need to have a uniform set of rules and regulations around cryptocurrency use nationwide because right now we're stuck with this hodgepodge of state by state treatments. That would be my priority. Just clear and transparent rules so that everyone knows where they can head in the future and that we can maintain competitiveness. I love that. Yang is also well known for its support of universal basic income. We need to launch the largest basic income program in history, invest in a human-centered economy, return to fact-based government, and create an accessible healthcare system. Cool. So that's a little bit about Yang. Seems like a good guy, and so, guys, the Bitcoin craze is real. And yeah. So that's all I really have about Bitcoin. I hope you learned a little something. And again, yeah, I mean, Bitcoin is going to the moon, guys. And all right, hope you enjoyed the video. Peace.